Well, he spent more than 30 years at a federal prison, but he wasn't an inmate. Percy Pitzer was the warden, and now he can add author to the titles he holds. His new book, A Warden's Path, shares the inspiring and transformative true story of his own journey through America's justice system, and he joins us now to share his observations. And Percy, obviously, it's a book telling about your personal journey, but then also how you learned from that journey. And it's amazing, your story as a former warden, how you took it to help many of the men you looked after when they were in prison. You really had a just an incredible journey and what you've done. Well, first, tell me about the book and why you decided to write the book.
Well, you know, when I started off in life, I had a pretty rough time starting. And what I wanted to show was it doesn't make any difference where you start. It's where you end up is what matters. And it's kind of like if you're in prison, I mean, it's not okay, but it's okay because where you end up is what's important.
Right, and you've shown that, I mean, through the many, probably the men you had under your custody, that you can, prison can just be the start of a entire new life, you know, it definitely, but you were part of that, obviously, because, you know, you don't, I think we have a misconception about the relationship between correctional officers, wardens, and inmates, but it's actually can be very beneficial.
Oh, absolutely. You know, not everybody in prison's bad, and not everybody in the community is good for that matter.
That's a great point.
So, I mean, it's all about common sense. It's, you know, one problem I have with the justice system is this tough on crime. You know, that's the worst thing we ever done in the justice system. And we need to be smart on crime. We need to use common sense. I mean, for an example, you give a guy 20 years. Would 10 years be just as effective? And that other 10 years you spent the money, you could have sent 40 people to 4-year college.
Such a great point.
And you know, we just got to get back to common sense.
So you spent all this time as a warden, and so you retire, but you don't retire just to live the life and rest up. You actually probably are working more now because I know a lot of the stuff you're doing for the community and specifically to a better life for those inmates. Why'd you decide to do this?
Well, number one, I thought it was the right thing to do. You know, we've got a lot of situations in America, and I believe education is extremely important. And even in our society, when we have an educational system that fails, well, that's a pathway of people to go to prison.
Right.
And we have to stop with the excuses and come up with solutions.
Well, tell us as far as what you've done, because I really people should know what what you created and what you do on a daily basis with your nonprofit.
Yeah. To start with, I would have never been able to do this without my company, Creative Corrections. We're the only international accredited company worldwide that audits prisons. So, and we've done good in that. And with the last 12, 15 years, we have donated over $2 million to this project. And you know, just Beaumont, for example, we put 700 parolees in a certified construction training program.
Amazing.
We've helped educate over 200 kids that has parents incarcerated and helped them get through college. My biggest contributor, believe it or not, is inmates. Inmates have donated over $250,000 to the foundation.
I love that story. I mean, that tells you a lot when they are making the investment into themselves and to others. So that's the faith they have in you and this group and what can be done with it.
Well, the problem with that is getting all the prisons involved. I mean, if we could get all the prisons involved, not to tell them that they have to, but just let them know it's available. We could educate every kid out there that has a parent incarcerated.
Tell us what you hope to accomplish with this book, Percy. Obviously, a big milestone for you personally, but it's designed to help people. What do you want to come from this book?
Well, a couple things. Number one, no matter where you come from, it doesn't determine where you're going to end up. Second thing, you have to give people opportunities. And in order to give people opportunity, you have to educate the community. because the community believes if you send a person to prison, then you got rid of the problem. But in reality, the problem just started because that same person's coming back to that same community when they get out of prison, and then you're not going to want to hire them and you're not going to want to rent to them. So it's a revolving door back to prison. So that's what I'm saying. Get rid of the tough on crime and start being smart on crime.
Good point. And so how can people get your book?
They can go to Amazon and order it, or you can pick it up at my office as well at 6545 Calder Avenue.
And real quick also, how can people get involved with helping you get into prisons, helping you raise those funds to do the work you do?
Well, they can give me a call at 409-861-2536, or stop by the office at 6545 Calder Avenue.
Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for the book. I'll look forward to, Percy, you do some great work, and we'll continue supporting you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Percy Pitzer. The book is already on sale and available, so get it to help out, make a difference. We'll be right back with more ARC Southeast Texas.